Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
That's what I mean. I could play tennis outside.
Go
I could
play
take
pickleball.
Don't talk like you're on Seinfeld. I don't
how
talk
you
like
talk.
that.
Alex, Frank, you say water.
Water.
Pickleball.
I don't go pickleball. I don't
just
say.
spit on you. I'm sorry.
I would say Alex probably says it closer to that.
How do you say it?
Pickleball?
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
I don't say pickleball.
Pickleball?
I am a keen to a sense acute of accents, and you definitely.
How do you say it, Sarah?
Pickleball.
You can pickleball.
You know what?
But
You know another argument I get into all the time.
with who?
The world
What?
is how to say. I say okay. So people in the world say crayon.
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 You're
Where I'm
Crayon?
from, they say crown.
Crown?
crown?
Hand me a blue crown.
That's
Yeah.
not.
That's-
But
I'm
that's
not
an
saying
accent.
that's how you say it. I'm
Oh,
just saying it's
this
a natural.
was a lot. The way you just.
Well, what's the fight that you have with the whole world?
There's no because
You think you're saying it right?
I know I'm saying it right, but
Girl. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Disgusting Hawk. How's everyone doing? I'm excited to be here. We are doing an episode today with the amazing Sarah Hyland. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
She's a regular on the podcast now.
I live here now.
I know. Well,
the
you're
studio.
you're back in New York, so I figure while you're here, we're going to use you as much as we can because you're hilarious.
Thank you.
And I love having you on here. So thank you for being on again.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and Frank and Alex, because you're always in the booth behind the scenes, and people don't get to see you a lot. So thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks for having us, Jess.
Thanks, Jess.
And we're just rapping. I mean, we're not rapping. We're not.
We're
like,
rapping like talking.
Right.
Having a rap sesh.
Right. We're not going to rap on the episode today. But we're just talking because sometimes lately I don't feel like putting on a wig and doing a whole character thing. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do it and sometimes I'm not. And people are liking that I'm just, talking to people now. And it does get crazy. Like we do end up doing some crazy shit sometimes where it does turn into characters.
Yeah.
We may end up doing it again
Yeah.
and we may not.
Well, I feel like when you are yourself, it naturally leads back into characters somehow. It's like when there's too much pressure to do characters aren't fun. But then once
Right.
you're just being Jess, the characters just come out.
Sometimes they come out all of a sudden,
Didn't take but a minute. Okay.
and I don't even plan on doing it.
Yeah.
But
See, so the show is always the show.
Yeah. Even if you don't have a wig, you just do it with your face.
okay, Sarah, that's
No, it's good.
Thank you.
I think that's
It's
true
just
of most things that become work.
Yeah.
If it's something you enjoy doing, but then you make it your job, you start to grow
Yeah.
tired of it.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. When you're down, it's not easy to put a wig on.
That makes
Really?
sense.
Yeah.
But does it help? If you go into character, doesn't it help you to?
It used to.
But not anymore.
Well,
This is true. I mean, this.
I understand. You get it. I know
Yeah.
you get it because you're incredible at doing characters. I sometimes it's okay, but lately it has not. It's been a little too much to just put on a wig and pretend like I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
After doing 5-6 shows on the weekends, flying every weekend, dealing with a lot of other stuff, it's a lot
Yeah.
to put on wigs and glasses. And
Maybe if you start wearing the wig like on the plane
right.
or on stage, maybe it'll become more.
Maybe
more
if I
natural.
wear the wig on all 6 shows on the weekend.
You need to become a method character.
You're right.
Yeah.
Maybe if I never take the wig off and I'm just
You're
Vivian
Mandy
Eisenstein.
forever.
Right. I'm just
Yeah.
Mandy all the time.
Hi, everyone.
I just go to Cleveland and I'm just Mandy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah. Are you guys excited for the summer? Are you excited for the warm weather?
I am. I'm intrigued with your characters, though. I would think that I get that it's tiring, but sometimes if I'm having a hard time, I'm actually looking forward to doing other people that are not having a hard time. I know that sounds psychotic, but
It doesn't.
That are not, that you get to live in another world that is not your world.
I understand, but I have been very down.
Yeah.
And I'm very honest about that. And I don't think a lot of people want to hear that. I know Frank is totally hearing me right now.
I feel like you're saying there's a part of the spectrum of depression
Did
where
you just
the
say I'm on
characters
the spectrum?
No, there's a part of the spectrum of depression where the characters work
I am
really
too.
well.
Yeah.
But then when you get to a certain point, you could actually the characters are detrimental to the depression. They take you down more.
Well,
I'd be depressed if I was on the spectrum too.
It takes a lot of effort to be in character. It takes a lot of effort to be funny. And it takes enough effort to fucking do stand up when you're in a depression.
Right.
And I have found recently that it's not easy, number one, to have going through a hard time. It's not easy, right?
That's why they call it a hard time.
I get it. It's even harder when you have to deal with other people's feelings about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's some people that are like, I hear you, I get it. It's so like you can talk to them about it day after day after day and they can handle it. And there's a lot of people that can't handle it. They just want you to be okay and they want to fix it, or they just can't hear about it. And that's most people. There's very few people I've experienced that can really hold space for me and hear it. You know, and I get that. I'm not judging it, but it's hard for people when they care about you to really hear that you're having a hard time for a long period of time.
Right.
And it's hard enough to be vulnerable and to say I'm having a hard time for me, because I want to be happy. I'm a happy person. You know what I'm saying? I'm normally a pretty okay person.
Well, you're also a person who I think a lot of people go to
Right.
with that.
Right.
So to not get it back from people must be very frustrating, because I've personally seen a lot of people who are having a hard time directly talk to you about it, and you are the listener. Like,
It's not frustrating. I understand why you're saying that. I'm not frustrated because I
it
get
must
it.
sort of feel like you're not getting what you give, though. You know what I mean?
I
feel
don't
like
get resentful.
that's a healthier escape sometimes than the characters is just shouldering somebody else's problems.
Yeah,
Because it lets you know that like you're not the only one with problems, and that maybe you can be of help in somebody else's life if you can't be in help.
Because you
of help
definitely
in your
do
own.
that for people.
Right, but I don't get mad at people and I don't get frustrated. I really don't.
Right. Well, also, it would be disingenuous to listen to people's problems, like just for the reciprocation of them listening.
I
to yours.
don't
And
do
it's
that. But I actually don't mind listening to people's problems and being there for people because it gets me out of myself, because I can sit and think about my problems 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and be self-centered and self-focused and me.
Can I ask, you're sober? Do you have a sponsor?
Yes.
Do you ever go to them with
Yes,
these thoughts?
always.
Because I feel like they're pretty used to fielding
Yeah.
these kind of
I also have a
feelings.
sponsee, which is very helpful, because when I listen to her and her problems, I don't think about my own problems.
Right, you have to be the guider,
Right.
instead of the guide.
Right. So it takes me out of my own shit. Look how quiet it is now.
Yeah.
But it's hard when you're a comedian and you're always, having to be funny. Like, it's like I'm going through this and then I have 3 shows tonight.
insane.
So it's hard
an
when you
insane
have to
way
be
to live.
funny.
It seems really difficult. Yes.
It is hard, but most comics go through this.
But it's not just comics. I think everybody has that. I mean, everybody has
Right.
to show up to something in their life.
Right.
Like,
To
it's not
work,
just-
period.
I mean, comedy's weird if you're a performer because it's for an audience.
Right.
And
It
they
is.
pay, you know what I mean? For sure. But I mean, there's accountants out there and that are like, I want to kill myself. Like, that don't
Right.
want to go to
but
work.
The direct product of your service is happiness.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I'm
So
not-
to not have
Yeah.
it, but be able to give it.
Yes.
And also,
100%.
I'm
That's what-
sure some of that anxiety, like the stuff that you're thinking about, goes away for those few minutes that you're on stage, at least.
Absolutely. I think the hardest part is standing up in front of hundreds of people and having them just stare at you. Mm-hmm. And I think, honestly, you know what, Sarah? If I didn't have to do all these like live shows of stand up, I would really look forward to putting on the wig and doing the character.
But stand up takes
Yeah.
far more energy.
Yes.
I think, because it's you. Mm-hmm. This is my experience.
Yeah.
Like, it's you.
Yeah.
You can do characters within your stand up, but it's still you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're staring at you.
Yeah.
And to me, it's a lot more. Yeah, characters give me energy. I think
Yeah.
stand up does, but at the same time, like, it's also exhausting in a way because it's all you.
Yeah.
Even though you're still, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so that would probably deplete my energy more than. So yeah, if you just did characters, I understand. Like, it would be like an escape,
Yeah.
and it would be easier. But at the same time, you are doing 5 shows on a weekend for, you know, a lot of people, which is super draining.
They're not all people.
Some are animals. Goddamn animals. You're right.
Yeah. And it's hard. I mean, this is why so many comics struggle. Road comics that work, and a lot of women don't do what we've talked about this. There's not many female comics that are weekly headliner comics. There aren't. It's there's a lot of bros out there that travel, you know, with their buddies, and so I mean, it's definitely easier when I have friends with me, when I have people with me that I know that I can hang out with. But it's been a challenge lately, and I don't like stand up as much as I used to. So I'm trying to like kind of fall in love with it again. Trying to figure that out.
Is that like a big part of the depression, is feeling alone even in the hang? Like you're not hanging with other girls you can chat with, or like you said, they're all
No,
broy.
because I bring Sarah or other people with me. You know, I do that. It's personal stuff, and it's like, you know, when that's going on, it makes that's everything.
I also think you guys underestimate how anxiety inducing the travel could be.
Oh, sure.
Like, I'm not even traveling very often. Like, I go somewhere maybe once every couple months, and like the days leading up to having to get on an airplane and go to a different spot, even if I know it's going to be fun, even if it's a full-on vacation, let alone work, I'm like completely not myself all week. Everything is about like, it's just, I don't know if you guys get like this, but it's like you're traveling all the time, and definitely underestimating how stressful that part is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's massive. It takes up so much energy and like mental capacity to be moving your body all around the country every week.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I have to find more time to like relax.
Yeah.
Because I'm a workaholic.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I love it. I love what I do, but I'm definitely a workaholic. So, but I have been like going for a massage. I mean, I have been doing stuff like that.
It's going to be a little.
Are you laughing?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm not. You should go to Aruba. You should go. You need to go. I feel like that.
But that's
you
work.
Do need to do. It's not work.
I mean, if I
work at the comedy club.
Oh.
Go someplace else
to,
without
like,
a comedy club,
tropical
Jess.
place.
Forget
I'm
it.
booked up for the next, like, I'm booked.
Well.
I'd have to cancel stuff. I'm literally booked for the next 3 or 4 months.
Where would you want to go?
I have not one weekend off.
Okay.
I swear. I'd have to cancel work.
What would be a relaxing thing to you that would make you happy in a dream world? Where would you go?
I'd go to a spa for a week. Like a high class spa.
Like a resort
Yeah.
and stay at the spa?
Yeah.
Like, I like that.
Yeah. That would be like amazing. Like where they like cook for you and you go to classes.
You should do that.
When?
I think you need a more regular hobby or habit to pick up that's healthy for you over and over again, as opposed to
Like knitting.
purging it. You're like
Purging?
well, you're like purging all the negative by going on a vacation or an escape, but then when you get
can't
back,
be the new habit, Jess.
then you're
Should I
back
do-
into
do
the same cycle. You know?
Yeah.
Like you need something healthy that you could do on a regular basis,
Right.
Not
That
just a
gives energy,
vacation.
right?
I
that,
could
like,
take tennis
gives-
lessons again.
Yeah,
like
something like
gardening
that.
Or
Or
paddle.
something.
Yeah.
You said
Pickleball.
the other day in the Zoom that we did, you said the happiest you ever were in your whole life was playing in the dirt as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You could play in the
By
dirt.
myself.
And
Yeah.
maybe
Just go to a
it's never too late.
playground now as a full-grown adult. And get in the
fling
sandbox.
Well, you could take some time
And
to
throw it
play
in
in the
their
The
dirt.
crabs.
Squeeze lemon in all the children's eyes.
You
It'll be
could
fun.
find some time to play in the dirt with your kids.
Should I play with Tabasco sauce and then play with myself? Mm-hmm. Should that be my
Make
hobby?
it stingy. Feel alive
Stingy.
again. Feel the burn.
Fail the burn.
Just let yourself feel alive. And then light it on fire with a Bic lighter.
Jesus Christ, Sarah.
Make,
then
make
get
a
it.
glove out of Listerine strips.
Yep.
Just go to town.
Should I light myself on fire? Should that be my hobby?
Just a little part every now and again. Yeah.
Should I burn myself with cigarettes? Should
Like,
that be my hobby?
cutting but burning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little here. Wear long sleeves. And
Should I
and a
become
snowsuit.
Orthodox?
Yes. I think it'd be good at this point in your life.
Yeah.
Change it up because
I could learn like pickleball, take tennis lessons.
No, go deep into religion.
I think so.
or karaoke.
Karaoke.
Yeah. Karaoke is fun. Like if you just to go, they have karaoke
You
bars.
have a head start there. You're great. You're great
She
at
can
karaoke.
sing.
You're a great singer.
You enjoy singing.
Nah.
Wow.
Well,
Worse than I
don't-
thought. Okay.
I think. I mean, a hobby would be good. Some kind of hobby that's not at home.
Well, that's what what do you like to do outside?
That's what I mean. I could play tennis outside. I
Go
could
play
take
pickleball.
Don't talk like you're on
That's
Seinfeld. I don't
how
talk
you
like
talk.
that.
Alex, Frank, you say water.
Water.
Pickleball.
I don't go pickleball.
You
I don't
just
say
spit on you. I'm sorry.
I would say Alex probably says it closer to that.
How do you say it?
Pickleball?
pickleball.
Pickleball.
I don't say pickleball.
Pickleball?
I am keen to a sense acute of accents, and you definitely.
How do you say it, Sarah?
Pickleball.
You can pickle.
You know what? You know another argument I get into all the time?
With who?
that?
The world
What?
is how to say. I say, okay, so people in the world say crayon.
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 You're
Where I'm
Crayon?
from, they say crown.
Crown?
crown?
Hand me a blue crown.
That's
Yeah.
not.
That's-
but that's
I'm not
an accent.
saying that's how you say it. I'm
Oh,
just saying it's
this
a
was
natural.
a lot. The way you just.
Well, what's the fight that you have with the whole world?
There's no because
You think you're saying it right?
I know I'm saying it right, but
Girl.
I'm saying because you don't hear yourself saying pickleball, and I hear you saying
They're laughing every time
when
you
you
say
say
it because you go
pickleball.
pickleball.
I can't say it right. I'm not from New York. I do the best I can.
Oh God.
So she says pickleball, and I say you said that's what you say, and you're like I don't sound like that. So when I say can I borrow a blue crown, it makes sense to me. But people are like, what did you say? I'm like a crown. They're like it's crayon. Or however the fuck y'all say it.
I know.
Crayon.
I know. Coffee sounds crazy.
Coffee.
Yeah.
That's what you
Coff-
say.
Coffee. Now when I think about it too much, I don't know how I'm saying it. I need to just throw it in a
Just
sentence.
say
Coffee.
Say I want a coffee.
I want a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you say it in Jersey.
Yeah.
Coffee.
I'm from
What
Queens.
about-
yeah.
What
I
about
want
DOG?
Dog.
Dog.
Dog. Take your dog for a walk.
I want to take my.
Dog.
If you
I got to
can't
take
hear
my dog
that-
for a
I have
walk.
to take my dog for
You
a walk.
can't hear that.
The South is dog.
Did you just give me the
right?
finger?
No, this.
Oh.
I
Is it
said you-
dog?
Dog.
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 It's more of like a hard A
Dog.
than a long O.
You hear yourself saying dog. There's a W in it.
I went to Tennessee once, and a group of people
Yeah,
asked me
you
to
do
say Santa Claus. They were like, she said Claus. They loved
Claus.
it. They're like, ha ha. She said Claus.
Yeah. We bought front row
Santa
tickets
Claus.
to your show. We love
Do you,
it.
do you ever get depressed? You don't get depressed.
I feel like I'm depressed right now, actually.
Oh, great.
But I feel like
I don't feel so alone. I've never.
Welcome.
Do you know? I've never been depressed. So this is very new for me. I'm honestly saying I've been sad. I've been anxious many times in my life. Many times. I've never been depressed. So this is very new for me
So if you've never been depressed, how do you know? What are your?
because I
what
see
are
a
your things
therapist
of-
and psychiatrist, and
But
it,
what's different?
it
from
hasn't gone
medication?
away for a long time. It's, hard to function, hard to get out of bed. I mean, there's symptoms.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. So that's how I know. It's just like it's been ongoing for a long time, hard to motivate, tired. Like there's just a lot of symptoms that it's depression.
Okay, yeah.
But it's situational depression. Like it's not like a chemical thing. It's because of situations that are going on. So it's not like I feel like it's not going to go away.
Yeah.
I have hope that it'll go away. Absolutely. But it's hard, and I feel very bad for people who deal with it a lot. Like I have oh my God, I feel so compassionate. I never understood what people go through to the real extent. It's horrible. Horrible. Like people that deal with this constantly and chemically, like I feel sick for people that deal with this their whole lives. It's horrible. I never understood.
Yeah.
You can't unless you go through it.
Yeah.
But anxiety I've always had.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah. Anxiety's out of control.
Out of control.
You were going to say something about your...
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not certain that I have it, but I've been feeling very depressed recently, and I'm having the exact opposite as you because everything in my life is smooth, happy right now. I'm really satisfied circumstantially, but like very over the last like 2 months or so, lots of trouble getting out of bed, getting motivated to do my work. Like I used to, like 3 years ago, be the type of person who like every bit of my work was done moments after it was handed to me. Everything was done right away. Now I feel myself procrastinating, doing things the day before they're due instead of 3 or 4 days before they're due, which brings me down even more. Like, then everything feels like it's like on the wire, and like every day is a little less comfortable, and I can't seem to get myself out of it. Like it's like only a few little steps to like get myself out of it, and it seems like I don't want to do them for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in your 20s.
I'm going to be 30 next year, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. What about, Frank, you've dealt with depression.
Yeah, it's more of a dysthymic depression, like a constant low level depression.
Yeah.
As opposed to like manic, where
it's a
you're
slow burn.
suicidal. Yeah, it's a slow burn. I'm a crock pot of depression.
Crockpot of depression. That's a great
just
name
put a
of
little
book.
in here and there, and then come back to it in a week.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's like it's a constant low level thing. Same effects though, same symptoms of like low energy levels or enthusiasm or even sometimes I'll just not shower. I'll just not want to.
Yeah.
Just little things like that definitely.
That makes sense.
They seep through here and there, but I try to keep it under control.
Yeah.
It's not at the top of my list of issues. I think I hit rage before I hit depression.
I used to have, I think I told you this or someone, my thing was anger
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah.
And now it's more sadness, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, that's
I don't
that's
feel
a
as
typical
enraged.
arc.
Right.
Like especially on a smaller scale, when you have like a fight with your wife or your boyfriend or whatever,
Yeah.
it's usually anger first and then sadness.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel as angry as I used to, which is probably a very good thing. Because I was really enraged for years, which is not healthy to be so angry for so long. So
You're also being very good to yourself health wise, though.
that's another part of it. I'm not eating.
Yeah, that's
So you take away. Well, I mean, I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? No, no. I'm meaning, I meant to say I'm not eating. I'm eating healthy.
Right.
I'm not eating bad foods, and I'm taking care of myself with food. So there's a lot more emotions going on because I'm not using food.
right, and you've conditioned your brain and body for so long,
Right.
like what the reward system is,
Right. Yeah, that's very true.
Like, did you ever hear in recovery, you go 8 miles into the wood, so you have to go 8 miles out?
Yeah,
Yeah. It didn't happen overnight, so it's not going to be fixed overnight.
that's true.
You just got to buckle down.
But then over time, good eating habits should lead to just better brain chemistry.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
should end up in the long term being way happier eating healthy foods than you were eating shitty foods, which fuck up your brain chemistry and make you miserable, you know?
I mean, I definitely feel better.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel moody. I was so moody when I was eating shit.
I'm so moody recently. And oh my gosh. Okay. So I've moved out of my parents' house like within the last year.
Yeah.
And like I found that I hate cooking and it's like an issue. So like I've been eating so badly these last few months. It's bad. Like I know exactly what the issues are. I'm just not taking the steps to fix them. You know what I mean?
That might be why you're so tired too, and like feel.
Yes,
crappy.
I have the worst fatigue I've ever had in my life. And I know what I'm doing. I just have all these terrible habits that I just keep going along with. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey there, auto mechanics and super cool do-it-yourself guys who work on their own cars. I want to tell you about rockauto.com, the online store with every auto part at the best prices. Fuck yeah! This is your one-stop shop for everything auto parts. Yeah! RockAuto.com has been in business for 20 years, and they make it easy to find the parts you need at the best possible prices. I love tits! No more talking to counter guys who need to order your parts, aren't really sure what you're looking for, never have quite what you need, and then after all the hassle, will still charge you storefront markups. I need to get laid. At rockauto.com, you can easily find everything you need. And whether you're a mechanic, an auto shop, or working on your own car, everyone has access to the same incredible pricing at rockauto.com. I jerk off 11 times a day. So if you're a car guy, right now go to rockauto.com and check out all the parts available for your car. You're going to have so much fun looking at car parts. So once more, go to rockauto.com. No promo code needed as their pricing is already that good. When you order, make sure to tell rockauto.com that you heard about them on Disgusting Hawk. rockauto.com. Let's get back into it.
That's part of living though. It's like
Yeah.
you make mistakes and you figure it out. And that's just been my experience. I mean, I went through continue to go through that until you're dead.
I guess so.
But I don't know. Like you have to do everything kind of wrong for you to figure out what is gonna work,
Right.
what feels better. But I don't. When I was 30,
I know, that's what I was
turning
just
30. I'm like,
thinking, too.
fuck, I was a mess. Like just. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I worked at a bakery and would just finger the icing off of fucking cakes. Do you know?
Finger
like
the
I mean,
icing.
the fuck?
I worked
Like-
at like a late overnight sandwich place and just had unbridled reign of mozzarella sticks and chicken fingers.
Yeah.
And any fried junk food you'd want to eat, I could just eat all night long for free.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
When did you start like
have to
really
do
taking
that.
care of yourself? Because you eat very well and exercise and.
Yeah, I do now.
But
it
when
was a
did
pivot.
you? Yeah.
It was probably like 10 years ago, 10 years ago, where I made that decision. Where I was like out of my fucking mind. I was
Yeah.
making bad choice after bad choice after bad choice after bad choice. And just in my personal life, and I couldn't. And then it just, I mean, you just get to a point where you're like, I cannot do this anymore because I'm going to either fucking kill myself or I'm just really uncomfortable and very unsettled, and I don't want to live that way. It does become a choice of how you want to. For me, like once, you hit 30 or whatever, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm not a child. Nobody's going to come and take care of me to fix this for me. Like I have to make a choice. You just have to grow up. For
That's
me,
how
like,
I mean, you have to.
You have to. And I was a very arrested development kind of like it took me a long time. But like nobody could have said, like eat this, this, and this, and you'll feel better. Like they can say it, but until like I figured that out on my own after I ate 16 pizzas after being super hot, you know what I mean? That this isn't how I. But it's just life and living, and you figure it out when you figure it out. If you do, and some people never do. I know plenty of people that
me
never get
too.
to that point. But that's.
You should hope
them.
that you do get to that point.
Yeah.
That you've had enough or that you hit that bottom, because listen, I got to the point where I'm like, I'm an older mom. I'm traveling every week. Like I have to start taking care of myself because I'm not going to be able to do it physically or emotionally or spiritually. Like I have to start eating better and taking care of myself. But you'll get, if you get to the point where you just feel like shit and you're so tired, you will do something about it.
I'm getting close. I know I'm close.
Right.
Yeah. It's going to happen soon. I'm just looking for that like ounce of motivation because I know what the plan should be. Like I know.
Yeah.
I just need I need to get like one step closer to whatever this rock bottom may be. It's not a bad, it's just like of me deciding like that enough's enough. It'll take whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what's so crazy. You can't tell anybody when that's going to be. Like in my experience, you can't. That's why, you can't judge people. There's no space for it. It's just like, like I don't know. Everybody has their own timeline with it if they figure it out, if they want to.
Yeah, and
You also have to be
you can
willing.
set like a reasonable goal. It doesn't have to be like, I'm done eating sugar tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I told myself when I was like 26 or something, I'm like, I was smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. I was like, by the time I'm 30, I am fucking done with cigarettes. And that's what happened. I hit 30, I stopped. I still vape, but I quit cigarettes. And I don't know. I feel like I'm probably going to set another thing like that for when I'm 40. Like I want to be in the best shape of my life by the time I'm 40. So I'm not working out 8 times a day right now, but I'm on the road to that goal.
Yeah.
So I take a little bit of solace in that and not doing it like overnight.
Yeah, it is about taking goal, like just being gentle with yourself.
And especially as an addict, you look for like instant gratification. So even fixing something, you want it to be overnight. You want it to just be done.
Of course.
Yeah, there's also like a perfectionist element that I think a lot of us in this room share of like, if I'm doing something, I want to do it all the way right and I want it to be perfect. And I feel like I've failed if it's not perfect. So like take, for example, like not working out for years, right? Then my first workout, no matter what, it's not going to feel good and it's not going to be fun. And I'm not going to really feel like I ran for as long as I wanted to or whatever, or really hit the goal that I wanted to. And I'm so put down by that it's just annoying. It's like I don't want to start anything halfway, but you have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do. You do.
It sucks going through the process. I just want to be perfect immediately, and then if I can't, then fuck it, I'll lay on the couch. But it's the wrong mentality. It's stupid.
It's just human.
Yeah.
And those things too, like it's like the whole fad diet of the 80s, you want it to happen immediately, but it never lasts. And then usually it doubles up worse than what it was before.
Oh,
sure. There's no small, like what you said, there's no small kind of actions that people take for the long haul.
Incremental.
Yeah. We all are animals and we want just to take this pill and be done with it.
Well, that's why what I'm doing is just like a way of life.
Right.
Yeah. Because that doesn't work. But the workout thing, we don't do it because of that when you could have just taken a walk. Not you, but just take a walk.
I could have taken a walk. I could have been taking a walk for the last 6 months and be ready to start running a little bit.
Right.
I could be
Yeah.
But instead I'm like, no, if I can't do it, I won't. And then years down the line, I'm weak. My muscles are atrophying.
And by the way, sometimes when you were saying in the beginning, things are going really well and you're a little down, it is
it's confusing.
It is hard when things are going really well.
Kind of guilty.
It's a little. It can. For me, it's scary.
I have this really nice relationship. I really like my new apartment. I get along great with my parents. I love my work environment.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in my life. I am just chemically sad for no reason, crying in the morning, and then being like, "Come on, get it together. You have a great life. Get out there."
But that could also be a lot that things are going so well.
Yeah, it's
frightening.
Because I also have a ton of anxiety. I think I just get overwhelmed by all of the fun sometimes. Truly, it sounds stupid though. It's relax. You know?
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
And plus your late 20s is a weird time.
It's a weird time.
I don't know. I went through a very hard time in my late 20s.
Trying to chill.
Well, it's not only that, but there's a lot that's going on.
Yeah.
In the world.
I know.
Let alone our own little universes, our own, our own home life. There's a lot going on. People leaving your house, you get to feel especially in New York, you walk down, you walk down the street and you're bombarded with, everybody else's kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
someone's
the
jerking
noise
off.
and-
You're
I
being
mean,
asked for $40.
They're going to say
Defecating.
smells. You're bombarded with smells.
Yes. I'm not saying it's like,
It's
but
sensory overload for sure
Yeah.
in this city.
Especially when it gets warmer out. I'm not looking forward to the smell
Yeah.
of hot, wet garbage.
I actually am really looking forward to summer. That's how we started this conversation. Yes, I'm looking forward to summer.
I know.
Yes.
My God, that
I'm
was
not.
a long time ago. Do you guys? What do you normally do during the summer? Do you go to the beach a lot?
I love going to the beach. I don't like going to the beach so much in New York, though. I feel like the few times I've been to the beach in more beautiful beaches have really spoiled me.
Yeah.
Like I do like the city parks. Like I like Prospect Park, Central Park, kind of nice in the summer.
Yeah.
And mostly just being able to leave the house comfortably. Like the cold hurts, and the summertime is like kind of more peaceful to me because I feel physically comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever go to the beach?
Growing up, but not much as an adult.
Do you like the summer?
Not really.
I knew you were going to say that.
Not really.
Nope.
I don't know. If you go to the shore, like in Jersey, it's just
How you doing? What's going on? You want to go get an Italian
it's
ice?
just a mess. It really is.
It's not the kind of beach that I want.
Isn't that good?
No, some of the beaches are beautiful.
Yeah.
Some are absolutely beautiful, but then you go to like somewhere the boardwalk is what I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's everywhere. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like
like that in
summer's
LA.
stunning.
Jamaica was great.
Jamaica was awesome.
But seaside. Why
You
bother? I've seen it
go to the
enough.
beach all the time, right?
Yeah, it just depends on. I mean, it's the same thing in LA. It depends on what part of the beach you're going to.
Yeah.
It can be rough.
Yeah.
Like Venice Beach is not. I mean, you could go to the beach, but you're gonna have to walk past a lot of.
El Matador Beach is dope.
What is it?
El Matador.
Where's that?
It's close to LA. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know that we drove there from LA. It was like
Yeah.
an hour drive maybe.
Is it up north, like Malibu way?
Yes,
Yeah,
probably.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
really nice.
That's the nice shit.
Yeah.
It's Malibu. It goes up to Santa Barbara. It's
I like
nice
I like
people
the West
shit.
Coast beaches a lot.
I'm going to LA. I'm excited.
Jeez, yep.
Jam-packed trip.
Nice.
Yeah.
No time for the beach.
No. I don't think I have time for the beach, but I'm doing a lot there. Yeah. I'm
be
excited. I haven't been there in a long Wait.
you actually is.
What
You
am
were
I
just
talking
there.
about?
Like,
Well, I wasn't just there.
Okay, 4 months ago, 3 months ago.
It wasn't that
No,
long.
that was like
5
6 months
months
ago. Sarah,
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking beat your ass.
You're really
When was I there?
looking to
Was that
disagree?
September?
It was something like that. Let's say 3
It
to
seems
6 months
like
ago.
it was a long. I think that was the first time I met you. It seems like years ago.
Yeah.
You were gonna start a story like the old lady on
God,
Titanic.
it seems
How
like
long
years.
ago?
That's the first time I met you.
How long ago it's been since you went to LA?
No,
I wonder how much has changed.
Oh boy.
God, it does seem like a long time since I've been there, but it wasn't that
Wasn't
long
at
ago.
all. Yeah, you did
I mean,
something
I've traveled so much.
That's how much
since
is
there.
happening
It
in your
does-
life. Yeah.
Right.
every weekend you're gone.
I know. So, but yeah, I'm going and I'm doing a bunch of shows and meetings and podcasts and all kinds of stuff. So I'm excited.
That
big,
sounds great.
Big podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big shows.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Big fun.
They're
Yeah.
big shows. Like
They are.
you're doing Mint comedy there.
I'm doing my Mint
Comedy
Comedy
Store?
show. I'm doing and it's nice. You know, all the clubs have reached out to me and said you're coming. I can't even do all of them. But it feels good. You know, I do at this point give myself credit for working so hard and I do love stand up. It's just I mean, stand up has. I just did an interview on the phone today. I'm going to be interviewed like on camera for CNN for something. But I did a phone interview today, and they were saying like how comedy has changed. It's this whole documentary about stand-up comedy, and I said it's hard because it's changed. Like, you know, people are in their heads a lot about it now, and you can't just say anything you want. I mean, even though I push the envelope a lot, and most New York comics do, it's different now. It's not as fun for all of us. They said, we've heard this from every comic we've talked to. It's not as fun as it used to be, where you could just literally go on stage and say whatever the fuck you want and not think about it 20, 15, 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Now it's, you know, the audience, even if they don't get offended, they're looking around to see if other people are offended. So it's just different now.
So, but is that why you're not having as much fun with it? Is because of the audiences, or
Because it's not as much immediate laughter anymore.
for sure, yeah.
There's a pause.
Yeah. Think about whether they want to laugh or not.
Right. Like I just
It's
used to go
okay.
up and just do my act and people were like it just was an immediate back and forth.
Yeah.
And now there's like like
Yeah, you can feel people's discomfort that that they don't even feel should be there. They're like considering a discomfort.
right.
Yeah,
A lot
It's
of
annoying.
They're in their
consideration.
heads.
Yeah.
yeah.
Comedy was never like that. It was just immediate back and forth, a conversation. It's like if we're talking and there's a pause and you're thinking about my question before you answer me. It's weird.
You should start a movement, unpause the applause.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
Damn, Frank.
I like it, Frank.
Damn,
That was
Frank.
quick.
I'm good at naming things.
Damn, Frank.
Those vans.
Coming at me with a quickness. Damn.
Yeah, it's just different.
But are you frustrated? Like, are you tired of your material? Like, is any part of it besides the audience that you're not like vibing
I mean,
with?
even when I do, like, every show is different in the way that I do crowd work even all
Yeah.
weekend for 15, 20 minutes of my set, which was 45, I did crowd work, literally on
And your
every
last
show this
weekend?
week. Yeah. So, and I, like, I feel like even if I were doing all new material, it's just, I just don't feel like passionate about stand-up right now. I just don't.
What about the crowd work part, which is your favorite?
I mean, that's more fun because it's so immediate. So people can't take time to think about it because I'm literally asking them a question and
Yeah.
they're answering me.
Yeah.
So
That
that's
makes
more
sense.
fun to me.
But when you talk to people, are they more playful with you? Are they still the same? Like, because
They're
you
more
do so much crowd
playful.
work. That's why.
Right. They're
I see.
more playful because they're not thinking. So they're just answering me. But even that, like you saw, you were with me in North Carolina. They were like dead with the crowd work.
Well,
Some
but
of it
I
was
also
okay.
say it's a little bit of a regional, like,
That's what I
Southern
mean.
people, like,
Right.
they slowing with the roll. They're very
Right.
slow.
Right. Depends
They
where
do
you
t-
are.
Yeah, it does. Like, I think New York people, like, up north, it's quick. Like, there's no filter. But, I mean,
Everything's slow in the South.
it's the reactions
It really
that they
is.
do think about it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I lived in Florida for like
Yeah.
a year, and it drove me insane. Like every time I went to the store,
You know what?
I went to Publix. Every time
Publix.
the woman would scan an item like this,
Yep.
and I have like 18 things waiting on the belt. It's
Yep.
maddening. I don't know how they live like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot. But then, like, I have tapes from like Chicago, and it's the most incredible crowd work. I mean, it depends where you are.
Not the
So,
South.
I mean, it's why I'm doing crowd work. It's making it more bearable.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I'm doing it so much.
Yeah.
So it'll all be okay. It's all good. It'll shift. Everything shifts. It'll all get better, and I will definitely. And with saying all of this, I'm so grateful and I love it. And I'd rather do this than anything. And I'm so glad I don't have to go into a fucking cubicle and punch in and like talk to people and sit in a job from 9 to 5 or whatever. I would die. And I'm so grateful for my life and, but
Same for me. But
Right.
Other
Yeah.
people would die, but yeah,
you'd blow up the whole company.
probably. Yeah, I can't do the 9 to 5.
I can see that in you, Frank.
Yeah.
That's a compliment.
Maybe like 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah, right.
I like
That's
11
the
to
9
2
to 5 I could
shifts.
do.
11 to 2.
I'm going to take the 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift.
Yeah. I'll take the 12 to 120.
I could totally do corporate. Do you guys have like 11:30 to like 12:15? It's mine. That's what I'm looking for. So
Yeah, half hour
For a lunch
lunch.
shift.
I really want to work for you guys, but I have very specific hours.
I'm just looking for a break. Just a break shift.
From like 12 to 12:15. If that's okay.
It's really
Anyway.
funny that like someone with multiple jobs and their extra jobs are just picking up breaks
Picking up somebody's break.
at a different company.
Are you looking to fill any break shifts?
I'll check out on both my time cards. And I won't check back in.
You guys don't even have to pay me, honestly. I just want to punch out.
Pay me, just don't take a look at the time cards. Okay.
Okay.
I'm super sought after. Do you guys have name tags? Can my name be Bubbles?
Bubbles. Oh boy. I love you guys. Thanks for doing this podcast
course.
with me. You're the best. Listen, this was informative. It was funny. It was fun. It was depressing.
It was heartfelt.
Yeah, which is good. I think a lot of people relate to it and, got some good ideas in there. Talked about some real shit. Alex, I hope you feel better physically and emotionally.
Thank you.
You'll get through this.
Yeah.
Frank, I'm glad you work here so you don't blow up a building.
Me too.
Oh,
Me three.
Sarah, you're great.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing this podcast again.
nobody asked about my mental health. So I just want to put that in there.
Well, I think
Assumed you're rock
but
solid.
yeah, we all think you're doing
You
great.
didn't ask about any of my depressions.
Well, I know about you're
I was
doing
kidding.
well.
I know.
right?
I was kidding.
You're doing well
I was
right
just
now, aren't you?
kidding.
No, I know, but you're
I
doing
just
well, right?
wanted to do that to stir the
Are you okay or not?
What are you doing?
How are you doing right now?
I'm good.
Because we're not in a rush.
No, I'm good.
No, I'm asking. You're good.
very aggressive.
No.
But seriously, how are you doing?
How the fuck are you, Sarah?
I am doing well.
You are, right?
Yeah, I really try to live, on the light side of life.
Yeah.
I do have a dark side. I've lived there for a long time, but I really tried not to do that because I'm not in the mood.
Right.
I'm not in the mood. I'm not.
And you stay present,
I do.
which is good.
Yeah.
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 I think
But
I didn't ask you because I know that you're
I was totally
doing well.
kidding.
No, I know you were kidding.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that I didn't ask you because I know that you really try to stay present.
Yeah.
And you also do a lot of stuff to really like self-care kind of stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
Like eat well, exercise, work on yourself emotionally and spiritually. It's good.
Yeah.
But like I had asked you, like you didn't always do that.
No.
And that's why it was important, I think for you to hear, like it takes a while.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why people, but when you're in your 20s, going into your 30s, whatever, like you really, your perception of life is so like, I should be on, I should know, I should. It's like, no, you are a mess. Like, it's okay. Like, and some are not. Like, some 20-year-olds are killing, whatever. But that's what I mean. Your life is your life and your story is your story. Like, it's not anybody. I relate to people who really struggle for a long time.
Me too.
I never got it. You know what I mean? But I'm at where I'm at now because I went through all of that for a long time. Like, I was never like, when I got out of school, was like, I'm going to be a veterinarian. Like, it never crossed my mind that I would even make it to 24 years old. Like, ever. So that's all. Like, I just, for me, I've gotten to a point in my life where I don't choose to go there anymore. Like, I don't even I can entertain it for 5 minutes. It doesn't mean I don't get sad. I definitely get sad. I definitely get very angry. Like, I have lots of stuff, but I just don't want to stay there long.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. I went through a lot of it young.
Yeah,
and
you did.
And at some point, it was like, it's going to be this or it's not.
Yeah. Which is true.
And I also didn't think I would live past 25. So once I did, I was like, oh, fuck. All right, now I actually have to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to live past next week. So I'm going to wrap this
What are
up.
you doing? Okay.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching. You guys are the best. Check out this podcast on Gas Digital. Check it out on YouTube, on iTunes. Go to my website, jessicakirson.com. Follow me on Twitter. Tell everyone where they can reach you, please.
Just on Instagram at Sarah Hyland Rosenstein.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you guys, plug your podcast.
You could catch a Broad Topics podcast with me and Kim Congdon on gasdigitalnetwork.com/live every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Or you can watch it for free on iTunes and YouTube every Monday. And we'd appreciate that. Leave a review if you like it.
Just follow at The Wrong Frank, Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to Gas Digital. We got a bunch of new shows like Berg Space with Aaron Berg and Wild Goose with Zach Wild.
And if you use the promo code HAWK,
Yes.
HAWK, you'll get a free trial with access to every single episode of every show that we do here on Gas Digital on demand, bonus content, live chats, all the good stuff. Super duper worth doing.
And all the shows.
All the shows.
Archives for all the shows.
Use
Yeah.
promo code HAWK.
And you get a
HAWK.
1 week free trial.
Free trial. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great week.